Hello, my bumpkins. Now, I said I was going to do a video about the Ryukyuans. So I'm going to make a video about the most famous thing to come from them karate. Anyways, let's talk about karate. First, we should learn the 3Ks of karate Kihon, Kata, and Kumite. Kihon means basics, and it's all of the punches and kicks that you do. Kata means form, and is the stances that you take while fighting. And Kumite means grappling hands and is sparring. Now, you know some of the karate basics. Karate originated on the island of Okinawa sometime around 1400. It was basically an amalgamation of Fujian, White Crane, and Wing Chun, but I'm sure they won't mind. And it was also called Ti back then, which means hand. Back then, there really was no sport karate, and Ti was basically, here's a bunch of moves, but feel free to do whatever you takes to beat your attacker. So you could eye gouge someone, knee someone in the groin, fish hook, still teach that one in Goju-Ryu karate. Since there were no standard methods, different styles were taught around the areas of the main cities of Naha and Shuri. These are usually categorized into three main styles of Ti. Naha-Ti, Shuri-Ti, and Tomari-Ti. Sometime around the 9th century, a guy named Tsukikawa Kanga went to China and studied some Kwafan and staff fighting and was dubbed Tudi Sakakawa, which means Sakakawa of China hand. Then, one of his students, Matsumura Soko, went back to China, studied some Shaolin Quan, went back to Okinawa, and merged Shuri-Te and Tomari-Te to make Shorin-Ryu, which is still a major style of karate today. Then one of his students, named Itosu Anko, created the Heian forms. These were simpler katas that could be more easily taught to kids. This made Ti more inclusive, and as a result, Anko was dubbed the grandfather of modern karate. Then Japan annexed Okinawa and went, hey, look at these Japanese martial arts. And Okinawa went, get your hands off my fighting style. They've been taught here almost 500 years. In return, Japan shrugged their shoulders and walked away. When they took it, they decided to add kara, which basically means China, so it meant China hand. As karate spread around Japan, many different branches developed, and throws from judo merged into karate. Japan taught karate to Japanese soldiers for the First Sino-Japanese War and the Russo-Japanese War. Then Japan sided with the Axis powers in World War II and walked into China. But the hand-to-hand combat system literally had the word China in it, so it was a bit awkward. So they just changed the word from China to empty. Stick a do on there, and you get Karate Do, which literally means the way of the empty hand. Then America came along and deployed its troops into Japan, where they were taught karate as part of their basic training for combat. When the war ended in 1945, these people brought it back from Japan and opened up their own karate dojos. Karate was never really as popular as boxing or wrestling for a long time here in America until the 70s. This is when the Hong Kong martial arts movies became really popular. Then, in the 80s, American martial arts movies came out, such as The Karate Kid, No Retreat, No Surrender, Bloodsport, and The Kickboxer. Why is Jean-Claude Van Damme in almost all of these? Anyways, all these did was cement martial arts as an amazing thing that would make you cool. So, naturally, kids wanted to learn a martial art. Since Kung Fu has so many branches, there really was no one teaching it in America. And at the time, full contact karate and kickboxing were seen as pretty much the same thing here in the West. So a lot of kids did karate, and as it got popular, other martial arts started to rise in America, like Taekwondo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and soon they spread around the world. Martial arts are really common nowadays, but we should give thanks to the reason why they're so prevalent: Kung Fu. Those 70s action movies were awesome, and karate is descended from it. So what's the takeaway? Well, I say you should learn a martial art. They can keep you in good shape, and some of them can give you skills that you can use in actual fights. But no matter what happens, karate will always be important for the popularization of martial arts. I'm the worst spring of knowledge. Signing off. Bye.